So I have lived in Buenos Aires for 7 years now, and when I first arrived, the thing that most surprised me about the culture was the fact that they share so much, and the sharing goes along with this. This is a mate. In order to understand how it became so immensely popular in modern day Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Brazil, it's important to understand the history. There are many legends on how this plant became so sacred to this tribe. So my favorite legend is about Yari. Yari is this beautiful, she's the youngest daughter of one of the elders of the Guarani. The tribe began to drink this and to give them force or strength and stamina. Once the Guarani women and the indigenous women began to have children with the Spanish colonizers, that first generation, those were the gauchos. It was the mix. It's called mestizo. Okay, so those were the first gauchos. And they were considered outlaws. They were not accepted into society because they were on the outskirts. They weren't the Spanish, they weren't the Guaraníes, they were the mix. Okay? So that's how now in Argentina, Paraguay, Brazil, and Uruguay, mate is every day. It's like you guys drink your coffee. We in Argentina, we drink mate every day, all day long. This is yerba. So this is the plant, and this is the mate. It's very much confused because we say we're gonna drink a mate. And it means we're gonna drink this, not this type of tea, okay? So what we have here is we have the mate. The mate is where you will place the yerba, and then you have a bombilla, okay? And the bombilla is a metal straw, and sometimes it's made out of bamboo as well, and it's a filter. So you've got a filter here so that when you stick the straw into the loose leaves, you don't slurp up the leaves. So it's very, very creative. Okay, so you wanna fill it up 3/4. And as I'm pouring it, you can see all the dust floating out of the mate. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put our hand over the top of it, and we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna shake it. This way, what happens is that you don't want the dust in it. You don't want too much dust in it, so shaking it like this. Okay, now we're gonna flip it back over, and then we're gonna all look at our hands. We've got all this dust, and this is this type of dust that is small enough to fit through the bombilla, and so when you're slurping it, you'll get little chunks in there, and that's never pleasant. So we're gonna take the bombilla, and in the part that's the lowest, you're gonna just wedge it in there, and we're never gonna touch it again through the whole time. We're not gonna move it. It's gonna be in that little divot the whole time. With that little divot, what we wanna do is fill that with water. We never wanna fill the whole thing up to the top because we always want a little bit of yerba at the top because it'll last longer. Because towards the end, then we can wet that and then we can make the most of the tea that we've got. So the first sip is always the most bitter. But if you give it to someone, if someone sees you putting the first one in there and giving it to somebody else, it's extremely rude. You could do this for hours. We sit there in hours in like situations like this where everybody's hanging out. You would have a thermos, you would have a mate, and everybody along the way, even if they don't know each other, everybody's just sharing and drinking, and everybody gets really excited about it. If there isn't any mate, and then someone says, hey, do you guys want me to prepare mate? Everyone starts clapping. So it's something very sacred, it's something very appreciated, and it's like a friend. It's really weird, but it's another entity. Like whenever you're in a party, whenever you're in a get-together, mate has to be there.